The checkerboard cichlid has got to be my absolute favorite dwarf cichlid species. Probably my favorite cichlid out there. They're so cute and they stay small. You can see I've got a couple of them in this tank. I should have 8, but I might have lost a few. The last time I counted I only saw 6, but they might be hiding in all the areas where they can hide, or maybe I just lost a couple. But we've got to check. There's a lot in this tank, and today we're getting them all out. I'm going to be dismantling this tank, and we're going to take the checkerboard cichlids out and set up a new tank for them. I want to set them up in one of these tanks here. I do want to get 2 more. You can see this open spot right here. But today I think I'll just be setting them up in this tank right here. We'll be taking out the fish from here and some of the plants, and we'll be putting some substrate, maybe soil, gravel with some sand, try to make it look as natural as possible and make this a home for the checkerboard cichlids, and hopefully we can breed them in the future. But right now there's 3 of these golden wonder-killies in this tank, a trio of them. I've had him for a year now. I don't know how long these guys live. Maybe a couple of years. Maybe if you guys know how long these Panchax killifish live, you can comment down below. But yeah, I want to try to breed these guys too, but I don't know. I want to focus more on some of the fish that I really enjoy. These guys I enjoy, but not enough to make me want to like breed them at the moment. So yeah, they're really cool, they're really fun to feed, and I really enjoy having these guys. But today we'll be moving them out temporarily into this tank right here. This area is kind of a mess right now, and I don't have any lights here, so I've got to hook some lights up. But right now in this tank I've got some guppies. This is a tank that I'm planning to make a fry grow out system in the future. I still don't have the plans for that. And then this tank right here is one of these tanks, so I still need to get another one to kind of finish up this section. But today we've got this tank open, and I'm going to be moving these guys into here. And then once this is emptied, we can scape it, set it all up, beautify it, and then add the beautiful checkerboard cichlids. Where are they? Man, I love those fish. See, you can't even see any of them right now. They're all hiding, but... And yeah, I gotta really do something about this tank. It's a complete mess. There's algae all over the glass, so it's really hard to focus on the fish. And by the time you're watching this video though, this tank should be emptied, and I should be working on my next aquascape for the next contest, and I'm super excited for it. I really wish my contest ranking this year was a little bit better. 385 was it? Oh no, 358 is a good ranking. I'm really happy with it, but come on, we can do better. We can do better than that. So yeah, we gotta work harder towards next year. And there's another one. But yeah, this tank is a complete mess. I really shouldn't be showing it to you, but yeah, let's get them out. No. Let's get those guys out first and into this tank. We've got to fill this tank with water, so I'm gonna work a little bit and we'll see the progress. Alright, so right now I'm moving some of the plants. You can see I've moved the 𝗯𝘂𝗀𝗀𝘀𝗀, and I think I'm gonna keep the water level maybe a little higher than it is right now, because these guys are jumpers. I do have a lid for this, but I don't really want to put a lid on right now because it's kind of like a prototype. I don't really like the design of the lid right now, and I've got to kind of change it up a little bit. So yeah, but right here, take a look. I wanted to show you guys this. This 𝗂𝘂𝗀𝗀𝘀𝗀 is one of my favorites right here. It's been growing so nicely without any CO2, and the leaves are so beautiful. This is my favorite color. This type of green, dark green, that's my favorite color right here, and look how beautiful it is. I've put 𝗂𝘂𝗀𝗀𝗀𝘀 in a tank with CO2, and I can't grow it as well as this. When I put 𝗂𝘂𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀 in a no CO2 tank, it grows so much better than with CO2, so that's kind of weird for me. I kind of have trouble with 𝗂𝘂𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀 in CO2, so yeah. I kind of want to leave this in this tank right here because it's just been doing so well, and I don't want to screw anything up. Now, I'm going to go ahead and move these little Panchax and put them into the slightly bigger tank. Alright, so we've got the tank set up. Take a look at this. Very simple little setup right here. We've got sand mixed in with a little bit of gravel, and I've added some soil just to give it some texture, and also it might help lower the pH a little bit. I know that checkerboard cichlids like a lower pH, and in the future I may add some leaf litter or some botanicals into this tank just to mimic their habitat, because I do really want to try to breed these fish, and they are quite a challenge to breed unless you have the right conditions. So that is something I'm looking forward to in the future. You can see there's a lot of open space for them to swim. They can swim between this driftwood and in between the rocks, and I think they lay their eggs on the rocks, on flat surfaces, so that's why I added some of that in there. And yeah, it is very nicely, well, I think it's very nicely set up. It's a little bit cloudy right now, so I'll wait a couple of days. I might put a guppy or two in here just to kind of keep the tank cycle going, and then we'll add the checkerboard cichlids in a couple of days. And welcome back. It's been about 1 month since that last clip, and the reason why it's been so long is because I mentioned in my previous videos I've been traveling, and I just, didn't do anything in this fish. Well, I'm also changing up this fish room. The next video is probably a fish room tour, the final tour of this fish room, because I'm going to be changing up the look of this fish room. We're going to be, I'll talk more about it in the next one, but it's going to be good. It's going to be good, so make sure you stay tuned for that. But let's take a look at the checkerboard cichlid tank. This isn't going to be changing anytime soon, and I really love the outcome of this tank right now. You can see we've added the checkerboard cichlids. I managed to find 8. All 8 of them were still alive. Right now I only see 7. There's one probably hiding somewhere. That's really amazing. I thought I'd lost a few in that huge tank because I don't know if they were getting enough food. I was putting food in for them and making sure they would eat, but I don't know. It's in that planted tank that you saw, there's just so many fish in there, and these guys had so many places to hide. I wasn't sure if they were getting enough food, but right now you can see they're all doing well. They could put on a bit more weight and size, so I'm trying to pump them out right now, give them more food a few times a day, and you can see they are looking really nice. I love these fish so much. They're so cute and so beautiful. I really love that pattern, and they will get slightly larger, so I can't wait for that. And when they get slightly larger and ready to breed, they might get more territorial and aggressive towards one another. So I'm probably going to set up another tank right here and do one tank just for breeding, and then the other tank will have like a group of them so that they can live like a biotope style. And yeah, it's going to be kind of the same style setup, and it's going to be really fun to watch. You can see the guppies are still in here. These are the first guppies I put in to cycle the tank and to kind of just keep the tank ready for the checkerboard cichlids. And the checkerboard cichlids I put in soon after the guppies, and they've been in here for a couple weeks now. So yeah, you can see they're doing amazing in here, and yeah, just really happy about how this is doing. That checkerboard cichlid tank, however, is missing one thing, and that one thing is this right here. While I was in Singapore, I got some of this at a fish store, shrimp mini almond leaves, and I think this will be a great addition for the checkerboard cichlids. It's gonna make it look so much more natural, and they're really cute. They're not like those giant almond leaves that you get, those 𝗂𝗂𝗀𝗂𝗀𝗂 leaves or whatever. These are like mini versions, and I think it'll look really nice in that tank. It'll make it look much more natural, and I think these fish will like it too. So we'll add a few in here and see how they do. I don't want to add too much just in case like something goes wrong, but we'll add a few and see how they like it. High in vitamin, protein, shrimp magic leaf is the best leaves for your shrimp. It's pesticide free. It provides biofilm on its surface for your shrimp to feed on. And we don't have any shrimp in this tank, but you've got checkerboard cichlids, and I'm sure they'll like it just as much as the shrimp do. But yeah, you can see no boiling is required. Drop 5 pieces for 10 liters of water. Yeah, it might take some time for it to sink because it is sun-baked, but yeah, we'll see how this thing works. You can see they all think it's feeding time, but it's not. It's leaf time, and I think they're probably not gonna sink. Yeah, most likely not, but I guess we'll just put them in there, and I'll update you again in the future once they do sink. It shouldn't be too long. You can see like some of them are like, yeah. I'll just leave them in there. It's alright. We'll wait for it to sink. I think let's go and give these guys some food right now. the comments down below what you guys think of the checkerboard cichlid tank. I really love the simplicity of this tank, and I'm gonna talk more about the future of this fish room in the next video. This video that you guys are watching right now is taken after the next video, so if you know what I mean, the next video that you guys will be watching is the full fish room tour of this room, and this video was taken after that, but it's being published before that video, so it might be a bit complicated, it might be hard to understand, but you can see right now there are tanks missing, and that's because I'm slowly taking tanks down. But in the next video, you guys will see that there are tanks here, but right now I'm slowly taking them down. Take a look at this tank, by the way. This tank looks amazing right now, but yeah, we'll talk more about what's going on with this fish room and the plans I've got for this fish room. We're gonna be changing it up quite a bit, but it's gonna be so much better, and I'm gonna kind of start over this fish room, make it better from the start, because I kind of screwed up this fish room, and I mean it's not that bad. I really like it, but I guess I've just changed my mind with something, and that's kind of the problem with me. I keep changing my mind, but this time I don't think I'm gonna change my mind again, and I want to do things right from the start, and we'll talk more in detail about it in the next video. But as always, I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, be sure to give a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, comment something down below, and if you want to support this channel even more, you can consider becoming a member, and I'll see you guys next time.